So I just want to start by saying that there is a bit of irony to point out today, that the people who are most anxious about me sitting down in dialogue with my dear friend Linda Sarsour are also the people who are most terrified of cancel culture. Just putting that out there for anyone who has something to say about me just sitting here right now. So a few words of gratitude to Jacqui and Linda for teaching me a huge amount. And to Jacqui in particular, not just for preaching in that extraordinary way, but actually bringing Linda and me together in a renewed friendship.
Chair over here, so you don't have to turn around and look at me.
Oh,
Watch this.
whatever.
Watch me.
Oh my goodness.
Woohoo! Keep going, Josh.
Because there was a lot of static that we now know is attributable to probably Russian trolls that was brought about between leaders of the Women's March and the Jewish community. And we were talking about each other, but not with each other. And Jacqui and a group of key leaders, and Linda and a group of key leaders said, we got to sit down and actually talk. And the reflections and answers that I heard from Linda about my deepest and darkest fears as the grandchild of people who lost a great deal by way of family and friends and life answered my concerns. And I never expected that in a million years. I forthrightly came to the conversation with low hopes. But the two of them taught me, one, cancel culture is probably a thing of fascism, not progress.
That's right.
Two, Linda, this is almost verbatim you. We don't need to agree on everything to work together on something.
That's right. Unity is not uniformity.
And three, it is possible for a Zionist and an anti-Zionist to become really dear friends. And it is possible for me as a Jewish person who cares deeply about the modern state of Israel to love that state with its really deep flaws and all, and to cry every time a Palestinian is hurt. And it is possible for me to love my people without hating another people. So when I hear Ezekiel, I don't just think of the words that Jacqui is saying. I think of the words that she says behind closed doors with groups in private, of the counseling she does, of the healing work that she does, because Ezekiel is preaching about the redemption of a society. Ezekiel was in exile. Ezekiel was someone banished. Ezekiel was someone who did not know personally whether Jerusalem would be redeemed, but had faith that it could, if only he didn't do it alone.
I feel really humbled to be up here with Rabbi Joshua and with Reverend Jacqui, because I am not a religious leader. I'm just a
Yes,
Muslim.
you are.
Talk to some Islamic scholars and let's see what they got to say about that. But I do feel humbled to be here with people of knowledge and what Muslims would call our people and friends of the book. And you know, when I heard Jacqui preached, and I started thinking about this idea of seeing, you know, I believe in God, but I've never seen God. And it's interesting how people of faith, especially those of us who believe in God, we believe in something we haven't seen. But when we actually see injustice in front of us, we look away. Things that are there, that are tangible, that you can see, that you can touch, that you can hear, that you can smell. And then I was thinking about what Jacqui was saying, and I was saying, maybe my job is that I'm the look enforcer. I'm the force you to look person, and that's my job. And oftentimes when people hear about the fire hydrants and people feel really overwhelmed by drinking from the fire hydrant, maybe the focus is not on you drinking from the fire hydrant, but taking the fire hydrant and turning it back and putting out the fires that we're seeing all around us. And there is a hadith that was said by our beloved Prophet Muhammad, may peace and blessings be upon him. And he said, whoever of you sees an evil, let him change it with his hand. And if he is not able to do so, then let him change it with his tongue. And if he is not able to do so, then with his heart. And that is the weakest of faith. In 2020, when I went to Louisville, Kentucky, not a lot of people know this. The last time that I was at Middle Church, you probably saw I used to wear glasses for like 2 years. And when I went to Louisville, Kentucky, I put a post up on Facebook and said, hey, anybody have any recommendations for eye doctors who can do LASIK surgery, either in Louisville, Kentucky or in New York? And a Muslim doctor in Louisville, Kentucky from the John Kenyon Eye Center reached out to me and said, I can do it. And so in the year of 2020, I actually got LASIK eye surgery. And I saw the world in ways that I hadn't seen it for a long time. The world was crystal clear. I could look up at a tree and see the eyes of a little bird, the little beak, the little openings in the beaks of a bird. And I vowed to myself that I will always never look to the left and to the right. And I mean that in both the literal and the political sense. Because when we look to the left or look to the right, we are not looking ahead. And we are not looking at the people who need us the most. And the reason why we are here today is because we have not seen what is to come, which is why we are distracted with the directions that people have given us. And I hope that what you got from Jacqui's sermon today is that we do not look away. And not just do not look away, but extend a hand. Use the blessings that the Lord has given you to make and be the change that you want to see in this world.
Well, there you go. I don't know, I think we could talk a lot longer, and I'll bet you our sermon is over. But I'm grateful that I have you in my life. I don't know how many other churches were a rabbi friend and a Muslim scholar. That's what I'm going to say about you, yes.
Gonna get a whole lot of trouble for that one.
Then don't look. But that you would be in the space with us, right? We Christians have not been good to any of your people on a regular basis. We have lots of injury that we've done. So I thank you for being here with us all the time, with us, moving in the world together. We're moving together. We can see our way to a flourishing culture in which everyone is well and everyone has enough, and no one is derided, and no one is hated, and no one is loathed if we go there together. Amen. Give me hugs.